Good Thursday evening, one and all, and welcome to the Chris Davis College Football Report. I am your host, Chris Davis. We're getting closer. It is only 16 days left until the college football season. At timeout, I have a visitor here. Max, come here. Visitor here. It's my son Max.
Nazi.
Well,
I'm gonna get secret free in Minecraft.
well, come here, boy.
I'm telling you something.
My son Max here would love to tell you something before we get started with the college football.
Okay.
Go ahead, boy.
I tried to make a secret base in Minecraft.
He's making a secret base on Minecraft.
Make sure I can subscribe to him too.
Thank you, son. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Ain't he the best?
Yes.
Anything else?
No. Go nose.
That's right. Love you, son. Oh.
See you after y'all with my food.
And that's my son, Max. Love him. Ain't he the best? Tonight's show is going to be dedicated to who I believe is the best running backs, in my opinion, humble opinion, of college football. My top 5 and who I would go with. Anyone that knows me knows number 1. But leading up to that, who were the other 4? At number 5, now I had to think about this. Who would I put as my number 5? And most of these running backs, also, let me say this, are running backs who played during the time that you knew that they didn't pass the ball a lot. They were always pretty much running the ball. The wide receiver didn't get thrown the ball like he does in today's game. So, in my opinion, that makes it tougher when you know they're going to get the ball and you can't stop them. Starting off at my number 5. This might surprise some people, but it's, like I said, my humble opinion, Marcus Allen. When he first got to Southern Cal, he was behind Charles White. And sorry, folks, it might be getting a little stormy around here tonight, but we'll just go for it. Charles White was a great running back at USC. They had a history of great running backs. And Marcus Allen had to wait his turn. His sophomore year at USC, they moved into fullback. And then I believe junior year, they finally moved him back to tailback, where he, put up some great numbers. He was number 3 in the nation in rushing. He had 1,563 yards. And the other 2 running backs were Herschel Walker, who was great, and the Heisman Trophy winner that year, George Rogers from South Carolina. If you've never watched video on George Rogers, he's very underrated. He didn't make my top 5, but you need to go back and check his videos out. He was an incredible running back at South Carolina. But getting back to Marcus Allen, his senior year at Southern Cal, he became the first running back ever to run over 2,000 yards in a season. It's one thing to do it in 16 games, but when they've only played 10 or 11 games or whatever, and you do 2,000 yards, you're doing something. Everybody, like I said, if you go back and watch the videos of Southern Cal, most college teams that were great during that time, they just ran the ball. So opponents knew that he was going to get the ball, and they still couldn't stop him, and he got 2,000 yards. And when you can't stop a guy like that, he's pretty incredible. Moving up to number 4, on my list. Another great running back. I love to go back and watch his videos. Is Billy Sims, who's at Oklahoma. Played in the Wishbone at Oklahoma under Barry Switzer when they had a great run, and even then they had great running backs. Not just him. If you go watch Oklahoma's videos during that time, they had great running backs, but Billy Sims was the best. I know he beat my Seminoles one time, and that was, hey, he was great. What can you say? His two best years, like his junior year, he ran for 1,762 yards, and in this senior season in '79, he ran for 1,500 yards. I mean, the guy was unstoppable. I mean, if he ever took off, you're not going to catch him. He had the big old legs. He just run right through people. It was incredible. In fact, a lot of people may not know this, but Barry Sanders' dad, his favorite running back wasn't his own son. It was Billy Sims. And he was just if you never watched Billy Sims play, you need to go back. He was incredible. At number 3, guy who went on to not only had a great college career, but was incredible in the pros, Barry Sanders. Yes, he had to wait his turn at Oklahoma State behind Thurman Thomas, who was great in his own right. But when Barry Sanders got his shot at Oklahoma State, he took advantage of it. His junior season and his final season at Oklahoma State, he broke, Marcus Allen's record. He ran, forget this, 2,628 yards, 37 touchdowns, and averaged 238.9 yards a game. That's incredible. And we saw, there's just a preview of what was coming in the pros. Imagine what he would have had if he had an offensive line with the Lions and a quarterback. Anyway, that's a debate for a different day. Number 2. I watched a video the other day about this gentleman, and a coach from Alabama. Wow, that lightning strike was close by. Came to his house and said, "Listen, I can't promise you." We're okay, Max. Alabama coach came to his house and said, "Listen, we can't promise you'll be able to play the first year." And then Pat Dye came to his house and said, "You come to Auburn, you can play as soon as you get on campus." And what a career he had at Auburn. He helped end Alabama's 9-year run of beating them, Auburn, the bow over the top in 1983 against Alabama. He ran for 256 yards, not against some rinky-dink school, but in one of the greatest rivalries in college football, and against Alabama. In 1984, he missed most of the season, but he had a great into it. I think they beat Arkansas. But his Heisman Trophy winning season in 1985, he ran for 1,786 yards, and it was just phenomenal. He was one of the greatest. I think he also won the greatest or the best athlete in college baseball that season also. So one of the greatest athletes ever. I go back and watch his video. It speaks for itself how incredible Bo Jackson was. I don't know if there'll ever be another one like him. He was a great football player. I wish he would have had a longer NFL career, but he was awesome in college. There's no doubt about that. Finishing out my top 5 all-time running backs, one name says it all. Herschel. Since I've been watching college football when I was a little kid, Herschel Walker was one of my favorite ball players of all time. And that hasn't stopped all these years later. He was a unanimous All-American his 3 years at Georgia. Timeout. Yes, son.
How many tornadoes so far?
It's not, son. It's okay.
Let's call the tornado places.
Yes, Max.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay, Max. His first year at Georgia, when I started liking college football, and that game against Notre Dame for a national championship in Sugar Bowl, he separates his shoulder early on in the game and gets back in there and just plays like it's no big deal. In his 3 seasons at Georgia, this is amazing. He finished, third his freshman year as a freshman, second in 81, and finally they decided to give it to him in 82. Should have given it to him probably in 81. But anyway, in his time at Georgia, Herschel Walker ran for 55 touchdowns and over a total of 5,259 yards, an average of 159 yards a game, in a time where, once again, people knew that you were going to run the ball, but you couldn't stop him. It just tells you how great he was. Who do you have? Is your list different? Maybe, probably so. This is just mine. Herschel Walker, I don't think anybody will ever, in my mind, Bo Jackson came close, but I don't think anybody will ever tell me different that Herschel Walker isn't the greatest running back in college football history. And he helped, I guess, turn me to a college football fan, and he was something else. Also, before we leave, I'd like to once again, we saw where Texas is number 1 in the nation. Apparently, the AP can't disagree more. I think just because they got Arch Manning, that's yes, they're good, but I just don't see it. I put Penn State ahead of them. In my own poll, I had Ohio State, even though they don't have know who the quarterback's going to be. I'd still have them ahead of Texas, but that's just my humble opinion. That's it for this week. Hope y'all have a great weekend. And like I said, 16 more days till the Noles take on the Crimson Tide. And so I can't wait. Having said that, wish y'all a great weekend and go Noles.